Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Shelly Line no fake love, and V-Love. Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. She slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. Yeah. Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. Shelly Line and V-Love Bird. Shelly Line and V-Love.
Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday.
Hey, yo. How's it going?
How are you, V-Love Bird?
Tired, but I'm good. Other than that, I cannot complain.
I second that emotion.
I can't find our comments from earlier today.
On my wall or yours?
Mine. It was a lot of them. I don't see any of them.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Shelly Live and V-Love Bird. We're so happy to have you here today.
Yes, indeed, we are. We are. Trying to get my light right, y'all, but
it looks good. You look good.
Whatever it wants to do. Okay, well, I ain't gonna worry about it.
Yeah, you look a good.
I ain't gonna worry about it. All right, yeah, we're gonna jump right into this topic. The topic today is, hey, Marcel, you're dating someone for a while. You've had the conversation about your health. He or she tells you that they've been tested for all STDs, results are negative, and they're healthy. He or she makes the decision to have sex. Months pass by, and he informs you of their real lifestyle, revealing to you that they are HIV positive. How do you react, and what would you do? You know, I thought about this topic because I was talking to a friend of mine, and this happened to them, and, they were like, first of all, when you have the conversation and somebody's telling you, oh, I'm good, I went to the doctor, I'm this, I'm that, you're going to have to prove that to me, and you're going to have to show me some papers, because we ain't finna lay down nowhere and but you just telling me something. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened to a friend of mine. So long story short, the person said, they were good and all this, that, and the other. They got intimate. So right when he was about to have an orgasm, he snatched the condom off. The guy did. And they was like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So weeks went by, didn't hear from them. They were upset about it naturally. So they finally go to the person's relative's house. 2 weeks later, he died. He HIV positive. It infected the other person. Just because, thinking that everything was cool because they said they went to the doctor, they were and all this, but lie. And he succumbed to HIV 2 weeks later, but the other person is still living. But that's just to say, I said all that to say, just because somebody tells you something don't make it true. Make sure they showing you the proof and showing you evidence, because it's far too much stuff out here now to be out here randomly sleeping with folks. And people will lie about their statuses all the time. Hell, their life, they got the claps, let alone something deadly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to be really, really careful. Hey, Trina, Anthony, and Mike. Anthony said he going to jail.
I mean, but you think about it. A lot of people were saying that, like, if they found out that the way they'd react or the way, I don't think I don't think going to jail, beating somebody up, because you got to think about it. You said months, so you're riding with you with this person months. That gives you enough time to have that grown ass conversation that you probably should have, saying, "Hey, you know, we might, especially when you're about to be intimate like that, we might need to go do some testing to make sure we're good." So therefore, you already
Together.
know. But if you sitting there and you like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick it," because half of the men and women out here don't go through the whole gist of none of that. Most of the time, the shit go down first, second, third date. No one ain't showing nothing. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be like I'm gonna fight somebody because they didn't tell me. I think it's, you're grown. You should know to act grown and be extremely responsible.
I mean, right. You should protect yourself at all times anyway. But I'm saying the deceptive part. Don't go into something lying to somebody, especially if a person is gullible enough just to take you at your word for certain things. I want to see. You're going to have to show me. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, if you're both consenting adults, we need it before we decide to sleep together. We need to go to the doctor together. We're going to get our results together and we're going to know that we're good. Because the thing is, even if you tested negative for HIV and you slept with a person with HIV, it could be in your body stagnant for years before you ever even become positive or know that you're positive. So that's not to say that just because you're negative at that point, then you got to worry about getting tested all the time. You got to go back and forth to the doctor, back and forth to the doctor, just to see however long it is you have to go. I think for, I don't know, a year or something. You got to go every month or something like that. I don't know.
It's 6 months. You got to go consecutively 6 months, and apparently, if it doesn't show up in the 6 months, you're supposedly clean. But you know, I just think people got to be grown. We talk about this all the time on this podcast about people when they're out here and they're sleeping with multiple people and they're bringing things to people and they're intertwining bacteria with other women and all kinds of stuff that we do out here. You know, everybody's doing all kinds of stuff. So you got to be accountable for some of the stuff that you do and play your role. Especially when you pass this, I get it if you're younger and you running at the seat of your pants, but when you get to a certain age in your life, stuff start mattering. So I would think 8 months in, if you ain't touched somebody, you would have already asked them 200 questions about what they may or may not have had already. I would think.
You would think, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't have a conversation. Hey, Janae. Janae said, "Wow, I would have been a mental breakdown. I couldn't fathom being in this position, but after mentally accepting that I could be HIV positive, I would go get tested." Right. So I'm gonna read some of these comments that people left on the wall earlier. My nephew said that's their life. And I responded to him. I said, I think it's deeper than that due to the unforeseen consequences. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because you trust in this person, but like you said, in the beginning, you're having these conversations. You know what I'm saying? If you see it going down in a certain direction. Let me see. Hold on. Felicia was on here earlier. She said, because she was thinking that I was something different, so I had to explain it. But she said, wow, so you're saying with no written report produced, you make the choice to go that far without a rubber. And I see it. Absolutely not. People are too quick to want to believe what someone is telling them in order to feel good about what they want to do with the evidence, is what I was saying. And then I also said, I can't get to all this stuff. It's everywhere. Hold on. Some of them didn't even come up. Okay. I said, I know. I knew what happened to some people that I knew. And that's why I had raised the question, because I wanted to raise the question so that people will wake up and stop taking what people say about their health at face value and requiring them to show their bill of health report before making what could be a life-changing or altering experience. Making such a decision without proper documentation could be detrimental. That's what I said earlier, which is true. You know what I'm saying? So, Rose said, first of all, if we're going to be sleeping together, we're going to get checked together. It's worth the wait these days and times. That's true, Rose. And she said, these days a person tells you what they want to hear. That's all the time. So that was some of the comments that, you know, were on earlier. And Janae just said every 6 months for 2 years. After that, depends on how frequently you change sexual partners. Okay, I wasn't sure about the statistics, but I knew it was somewhere in there. But people tell you anything to get what they want. They truly do. But
Right.
it's
Yeah.
up to you. And I've always had a problem with a dude that be saying, I don't want to use no condom. Well, you don't want no coochie then. Cause no. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not on that level, y'all haven't been around each other that long. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like different stuff. If they're presenting all this stuff to you, their papers, all this stuff, and they showing it, that's different. I'm talking about people that just randomly sleep with people, because you can't casually have sex with people anymore. Because
Right.
the shit killing folks. Sex is killing folks. So, you know, it's at the person's discretion. Use it. And you have to love yourself more than you want to bust a nut. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. Because people out here careless.
People out here doing all kinds of stuff, honey. You gotta be careful. That's what I was saying yesterday when I was saying, like, you got guys and they're always talking about, I'm going, you know, when they pitch line is, I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna eat you, I'm gonna do this. And you just ask yourself, like, if you said that to me and you only know me from a can of paint, how many more people have you said it to, and how many more people have let you?
That part.
It's one thing
because,
to catch, it's one thing to get AIDS, but it's one thing to be working in a hospital and you see somebody that come in and their mouth is corrupted with something that they've caught in their mouth or in their eyes. And just for the sake of, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Well, you got to have common sense first and foremost. And like I said, you know, it's just too much stuff out here to be just casually sleeping with people and taking people at face value for what they tell you, because a lot don't care to tell it. Anybody will say anything to get what they want. You know what I'm saying? In order to get what they want, they'll tell you, they'll piss on you and tell you what's right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you have to be smart about these things, because I'm telling you, man, there's so much shit out here, you know, and people think the little things, and then, you know, people out here recycling dick and coochie like you go getting candy at a store, and everybody knows somebody, you know. And sometimes, especially in these young people, they be knowing people have something, still go sleep with them, trying to prove a point to somebody, and y'all just spreading the shit around in a circle, and then everybody got something. No, negative.
Because I had a friend, he told me a couple of nights ago, we was talking, and he was saying how he met this girl online, and he talked to her, I think he said for like about 10 days. I think he said, I want to say he said 7 or 10 days, but he was going to meet her apparently. And she said, well, I have VIH.
VIH? She said it backwards.
Yeah. And he said he dipped right on out the picture. Like he never got the chance to actually meet her, but that was her way of telling him.
She should just came out telling him what she had.
Well, it might have been hard.
Did she think he was dyslexic or something and wasn't gonna figure out what she was
telling? When he told me, I was just like, really? But yeah, but people, you know, like you think about it. So in the hospital, they say that 97.9% of African Americans have herpes, walking around with it and have no idea. Right? 97.9. Now,
that's
AIDS you're gonna die from. Herpes you taking forever. Ain't ever going nowhere. It ain't never leaving you. Ever. So you think about that. You think about the people who's walking around that don't even know. And you can take a blood test, not have a breakout, and come up negative in your blood test. And still have it because you don't have an outbreak.
Remember we did that show on that a while back, you know, and some people may have one outbreak and never have another one in their life, and they're not contagious, but they're still carrying it. You know what I'm saying? They still have it. So, you know,
there's a lot of things, you know, that you just got to be mindful. You got to pay attention. It ain't all that serious.
You got to educate yourself. You got to educate yourself, honey, because listen, you're not just going to tell me anything. You know what I'm saying? So, but you have a lot of people that do. A lot of people just lie about their status. And you know, too, I thought about when sometimes when a person is positive and know it, because you know, it's still like it used to be. If you knew you were HIV positive and you went out there spreading it on purpose, they would charge you. So a lot of times, especially if a dude or a woman is really digging somebody, in their mind, in their sick, twisted way of thinking, they can say, well, if I give it to them, that means they can't be with nobody but me because we both got it now. You know what I'm saying? People think like that.
Yeah.
It's sick,
and then
but they
some
do.
people, when they get HIV, they're mad and they want to just give it to people. So that's another bad thing. They're angry, but they figure, you know what, I got it. Let me go spread this love. And 99.9, they probably can give it to some other people because people are careless when it comes to certain things. So just, you know.
Hey, Pam. Pamela said, I think it's criminal to expose someone to a known condition. I too, and they should be arrested.
Oh, they do for AIDS. You know, if you knowingly have AIDS and infect a person, you do get time for that.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah. So, but you know, it just made me think about it, you know, and I was thinking about, you know, some of the conversations me and my friend had, and they was telling me how they contracted HIV, and that was how. And it's been years now, and they still here, but that other person that gave it to them no longer. 2 weeks later, it was gone.
Yeah, hey,
and
Pam.
Didn't even tell them.
Yeah, there's a lot of little cruel stuff people do, you know, but to be like I always say, protect yourself. Don't be worried about what the other person's telling you. People don't do what they want you to know, like you said.
That's what I said.
You guys to be mindful of your own self, how you feel about your own body and what you allow in your own body.
Shit, that's even somebody kissing you. You know,
very intimate. You know,
and like you just said, people out here just eating ass like it's appetizers. For real. So, you know, so you somebody done left somebody done been nibbling and chewing out on somebody else's ass, and then all up in your face want to kiss her. No,
kiss you in your mouth. Girl, you just grossed up my whole stomach. But I mean, that's the stuff people do, and this is how stuff goes from house to house to house to house. It's like, you know, preaching. You out here just giving folks stuff, honey. No.
My grandma used to tell us, she said, the nastiest thing on your body is your mouth. And that's no lie.
That's true.
Because your mouth can do some things that you be like, whoo.
Yeah, like, what you doing with it? Yeah. And remember her just kissing and hugging on everybody, honey.
Nah.
Kissing is intimate. That's saliva, spitting, all that stuff. Yeah.
No, not only that, when you out and you see people with sores and shit all around their mouth, blisters and all that. You don't know if it's herpes. Yeah, you don't know if it's herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, or whatever they've done. You don't know. So don't be in people's face like that. Kissing is very intimate to me, and you just don't be right around kissing everybody. No, because like I said, people eating ass like appetizers. So no, thank you.
Some people love it, honey. People love what they love.
They do, but like you said, if you coming at me like that, and we don't know, haven't known each other, maybe had a couple conversations, and you already nibbling on my ass or asking me to, I'm thinking, looking out my side eye like, well, shit, he doing this.
Like, this might be something you do on a regular, honey.
Nah. Exactly. No, thank you.
There's a lot of
but
stuff,
you know, yeah. But then too, you think about the people that cheat and the shit that they take home to the person that they with.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a relationship and that person is stepping out on you, and then they bring something home to you. And my thing is this: if you out here cheating and you know you got some at home, think about that person, at least protect yourself while you out here and don't take nothing back to them people that you got at home. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be sneaking around doing it and acting like you ain't doing nothing, and then when something happens or they come to you and they tell you, well, something ain't right with my body or something, and if you like me, you in tune with your body and you know if anything is off. So if something is not clicking right, we're gonna have some problems because number one, I know it wouldn't be me because I'm not gonna step out. You know what I'm saying? So, but you out there putting everybody at risk
But see,
because you
that's
don't
why I
know who
say,
that person. Go ahead.
that's why I say it's best, like when you get into this situation with whoever you get in it, before you get, I mean, it's one thing toggling, touching, and all that extra, but when you get ready to get down to that part in your life where you insert each other, it's best that both of y'all get tested, get what y'all results are back, and then you know if something comes in the picture after you've gotten these negative results, you know somebody done brought it to you. That's like, you know what I mean? Either one or the other done brought it to you. Makes it simple.
And not only that, you know, some people that mess around with so many people, they don't know where they got it from.
Oh yeah, that part, right?
But did you
Like,
hear
I
what
don't
you
even
said?
what
Did you
did
hear
I
what
say?
you said? Yeah. You said when you get to that and you guys are entering each other, well, what you finna put in him? It's
Well,
like,
you know
what?
what I mean. You know what I was trying to say. Like,
I'm
you know,
just
he's
kidding.
inserting
I'm
you, and you know,
joking.
because the thing with a woman, we carry stuff. So no matter where this guy puts his penis, whatever he comes back, and a lot of times guys are nasty. They don't even wash it off from the next person they done went to before they get to your address and
Yep,
put it back in you.
that's
So you
true.
gotta think about all you
A
gotta
lot of
think
times
about
they
all this
don't.
stuff when you sit here saying, I want to lay with him, honey. He could have been and went around the block.
You ain't lying. Hey, Etienne, he said, oh my God, it's 18 minutes of the show. He said, I'm suing if someone got something and they know they got it and gave it to me. Pamela said, I don't know the current statistics now, but in the past, Black women over the age of 50 were one of the fastest growing groups. That
And
was
I
true,
agree.
Pamela, but I don't know what the statistics are now either. But like I say, you got to protect yourself. Because
Let's
like
see
you
what the
say,
statistics.
people be out here doing all types of stuff and bringing it back to whoever they with. So,
Let's see
but
what the statistics are.
what's the statistics?
I'm gonna tell you.
Because you know, a few years ago, the number was growing high schools with HIV.
In
I mean, because you know, these kids were like, you know, doing things thinking that they couldn't get this if they did, you know, such and such, and then they went through a spell of just having anal sex because they knew they couldn't get pregnant. It was a mess. This was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But anyway, yeah, so protect yourself because people do lie. You know what I'm saying? They can want you so much. Oh, no. And they're going to try to convince you otherwise. And until you go to the doctor or you see some forms or some papers or something, tell them to keep it pushing because no. Because I've always been one of those people that I'm always wary of everybody. You know what I mean? I'm so skeptical and I'll be like, no. Because, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you're in a small town and then you have guys coming from different places, like people up top in New York used to move here, Jersey, all these places or whatever. Girls be all on them and all this type of shit. And them dudes be bringing that shit with them to the little towns and be messing with all these different women. And then somebody gets sick and die. I ain't never been, thank you God, knock on wood. I ain't never been one of them girls.
It says one in 7 group of men will have HIV in a group of 7. Black men carry HIV. Number. It's sad though. This is how crazy it is. And I hate when I hear stuff like this. Black men carry HIV more than a white man. Why is this? Does that mean black men are more promiscuous? Does it mean that black men are always running around? What does it mean? Because this is, or does it mean
when they're going to the doctor that and they thinking they getting injections and they injecting shit into them? I don't put nothing past these people.
And they said about 14. They said 14% of them don't even get tested, don't even want to test to find out, and they know they're carrying it.
Yep, that's true.
2018, 37,000 people in Georgia alone was reported with HIV.
Georgia was like at the top of the list for one, and it was Fulton County, Atlanta.
Yeah,
the city of Atlanta was like crawling with HIV. ETN said, that's why I've only did something raw with one person in my life, and that's my son's mom 20 years ago. I'm not going raw until I get married and both of us going to the doctor together for a checkup before marriage. That's smart, ETN. I don't blame you for that.
But
I do not.
they
Because,
used to. They used to let you get tested before you got married. Now you ain't even got to get tested no more before you get married.
Yeah, you did used to have to get, that is right. You did used to have to get tested.
Yeah.
They used to do a blood test before you got married.
They stopped. They stopped doing it. That's crazy.
Well, he also said, ETN also said, that's a lie. They just put those statistics in there to make their white daughters not want a black man. Just my opinion. And that could be so much of the truth. You know, that's just like syphilis. When they used black men, the people, the men in Alabama used them for guinea pigs and injected them with syphilis, trying to see what was what, and all them people died from it. And because, you know, syphilis is incurable too. It can be treated, but it can't be cured.
Okay.
But anyway, y'all. So yeah. So ETN, I'm kind of with you on that one right there, because I just don't put nothing past these people. Look what they, you know, like all this COVID and all that shit. All that stuff is man-made. Those white dudes got the shit, but they try to hide it. Yeah. And you know, there's actually a cure for it, but they would never put it out because that would kill the pharmaceutical companies. And, you know, that's big business. So, you know, it's always something.
Washington, D.C. is the highest in HIV, though. Washington, then Louisiana, Florida, Maryland, Georgia, New York, Texas, Mississippi. That's the top.
Predominantly black folks.
Yeah, predominantly black people.
That's terrible. But, yeah, but you know, it's but you know, that's why when you go to the doctor and they want to do this and they want to do that, and I'm like, no, I ask questions. You know what I'm saying? This is like, I used to get allergy shots and I stopped taking them, and which hence I'm allergic to everything, but I quit taking them because what they do is they give you what you're allergic to. How do you know what my action is going to be to what I'm allergic to when you injected me with that? And then I can't do anything but wait till it goes through my system. And then now I'm just sick until the shit passes, if it passes. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. No, like that vaccine for COVID, I won't be taking that. I don't take the flu shot, and I don't take the pneumonia shot. I do not, because you're not experimenting on my black ass. That's all I'm saying. No.
Didn't have the COVID, you got it now. Just like that.
Yeah. For real. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, these things, most, and all this stuff damn near is man. They did it because from procreating, but what happened was these little white girls start loving these little black boys and let's have all these mixed children. So now it's something different. Hey, Eric, now it's something else, you know, and every time they keep, it's always something deadlier than the last thing. The next thing, then it's going to be deadlier than that. Now it's a different strand of this, a different strand of that. How do we actually know that? You know what I'm saying? You only know, but they're not telling you none of the symptoms. They're not telling you what's causing it because they don't know. Now they done created a vaccine that they haven't had enough time to test. And some people can tolerate it and a lot of people dying from it. So what do? You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't have faith in these folks' vaccines that they just throwing together. No. And then they wanted to target the black community for it. No, thank you. I'm good. Etienne said, I think they try to kill us off. And if they can't at least try to knock off as many of us as they can, if the cops can't shoot and kill us no more, they will find other ways. I agree with that too, Etienne. Yep. You know, I ain't gonna say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but a lot of shit. This is like when you watch these movies, right? And you see all the shit they do with artificial intelligence. They did somebody thinking about this shit somewhere because they're doing it somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like that movie. Can you remember that movie with Shia LaBeouf, Eagle Eye, when they had the little drones and shit or whatever, and they do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is like now, you know how when how many people done got busted from them just flying drones over just in different areas on humbugs.
How many relationships got busted from those damn things, honey? Things flying all over the place. People have grown people having conversation. Kid done flowodrome in your room. You listen to everything.
Yeah, everything. No.
Those drones caused a lot of headaches.
Etienne said they
sticking you with dirty needles.
Etienne said sticking us with dirty needles. Well, they stick to somebody with them, not me, because
Be mindful.
And listen, if I need a shot of something, I'll a doctor if it's something that I can give myself. If I can give it to myself, I have them call it in at the pharmacy. If I need my B12 shots, the stuff I gotta take for these migraines, I go pick that shit up myself. I read all the
right,
everything. You know how I am. I read all of the little packets that come in that most people don't. The chemical breakdown, a lot of it I don't understand, but I can read and understand enough to know if I don't want to take that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you know, I'm just saying you have to educate yourself on these things. This is like I say, when people tell you something, just don't take what they say and believe that they're telling you the truth about their health. You know what I'm saying? Or their STD statuses. Don't just take that shit because dick and coochie is killing folks. So what's in it is killing folks.
Literally.
Yeah.
Killing.
And I love me, honey. There'll be a million cobwebs on it. Look, it'll be a million cobwebs on it, and I just keep sitting on it, dusting them off until I know your ass is straight because I ain't doing it. No.
So we're not taking one for the team.
No, we can't do that. It just that I'm talking about they trying to taint. Wait a minute. Oh, they're trying to taint our blood because melanin is so strong. And they feel threatened these days too, Etienne, because they think that, you know, they're about to become the minority. So that's a problem too. That's why these folks was going so crazy with this Trump stuff. Anywho, we ain't gonna get on that. He also said that's why they throwing gay shit all around so we can't reproduce. There ain't nobody around. That's just a person's
That's just a person's preference, honey. That's just people want to be who they want to be.
And listen, don't get it twisted. We don't knock anybody from their sexuality, whatever they want to do. Don't say we did that because we don't. We embrace and love everybody. That's your choice, who you want to sleep with, what you want to do, whatever. I'm just saying, when you are sleeping with somebody, take precaution and be cautious about it and make sure that you take care of yourself, because ain't nobody gonna take care of you like you take care of you. That's all we saying. But no, gay shit ain't going around, Etienne. It's just what a person chooses to be.
Hey, man, like you just go and catch it.
Yeah, like you just throwing it around. You gay, you gay. Look, Etienne is like that. You. Yeah, but no, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank God, knock on wood, I've never in my life, in my 51 years, had nothing. Thank you, God. But a lot of people, you know, can't say that, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what a person is doing, you know, even if you with somebody, like I say, people cheat. You don't know. That could bring you something home or whatever the case may be. You know, like on the Tyler Perry movie, and she was like, I already took my shot. I was just waiting on you to tell me.
Take yours.
Yeah. I was waiting on you to get yours.
Got it. Yeah, you already know. I already know I got it already. That's what she was saying. I know you was out doing something. I got my stuff.
He didn't know if he gave it to her, but he didn't know she was cheating too. You know what I'm saying? It can just go both ways. Etienne said, no, I'm not talking about guys putting on dresses and putting feminine black men on TV before strong black men these days. Well,
and if a man said they're lusting over a man on TV, then something's wrong anyway with the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You can flaunt
this is like
somebody, but don't mean you gotta bite the bait.
But I'm just saying, a lot of these roles now, you know, just about every show, even cartoons, they have gay characters. Mm-hmm. So just because a man plays a gay role does not mean he's actually gay. He's just playing a role. But a lot of men see that as suspect or people or women do too sometimes. But I think it's just a job and you damn acting. That's just what it is.
Right. But I think what they
Unless
see it is that you have a choice. Like if you play in a scene with a man and you naked and you have to rub on him a certain kind of way or kiss him in the
kissing
mouth,
them and
so
all that
like
kind of
Brokeback,
stuff.
what was it, Brokeback Mountain that ran
I
the
never
airwaves
watched
up?
it.
You know, and it was, you know, you looked at that dude differently after you saw him. I can't remember the guy's name, but you looked at him strange after you saw him.
Matt Damon and it was Matt Damon and
The
I
guy with the
forget.
dark hair.
But I watched, yeah.
But you would have looked at his character differently. You'd have been like,
But yeah, but
every
you
time
know,
you see him. Mm-mm. True.
I never watched the movie.
I think I watched it to a certain section and I was like,
Yeah,
I kind of lost interest after a while. But they made it the right name,
Yeah,
though. Brokeback Mountain.
I never.
They broke their backs on the mountain.
Jake Gyllenhaal and
Who's the other
Heath
dude?
Ledger. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger. He died. He the one played the Joker on Batman.
Yeah. See,
Sorry,
yeah,
Matt Damon.
Yeah, we done expose them. We done expose the man. It ain't even him.
I know it wasn't even him. My bad. That's how rumors get started. That's why I checked myself because I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah, she corrected herself. Y'all want to say V Love Bird?
I did a fact check. Y'all, I did a fact check. But yeah, so has that ever happened to you? Like,
what?
Not saying you know, if somebody ever came to you and be like, well, you know, that you dated and was like, well, you know, I such, and then like, okay, how can I put this? So they don't went out somewhere and cheated and got something. And you know, them people are thinking you doing something, but you're not doing anything. And they try to put it off on you, but they really telling on themselves because they've been out there fucking around and you know you have it. You know what I'm saying? But they'll throw it out there just so you'll go get checked because they don't want to tell you that they've been fucking around, but you know they've been fucking around because you know you wasn't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just lie about stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's a whole bunch of them running around, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's a whole heap of them, honey.
And then, you know, dudes just so quick to be like, I had, you know, such a, and then that's another thing too. Certain things, men don't have symptoms if a woman passes it on to them if he messing with a lot of women. You got, what is it, chlamydia, you got trick, you got, it's a whole long list of them I had looked up, but I can't remember all of them. But I know a lot of times in men, they don't have symptoms or letting them know that something is wrong. So he out here sleeping with people and just passing the shit back and forth to everybody. But the woman that have symptoms, but he won't.
He don't know.
He said, that's crazy. That's why I'm glad I get checkups 3 times a year. You better. Sure better. I goes to the doctor for everything, y'all. She do too. She doctor damn near every day like it's a part-time job.
Honey, if I got it, it's look. They didn't check me so many times. I go anymore. I'm unchecked.
I'll play that. Pamela said I had surgery about 2 years ago. I had a conversation with a pre-op nurse. She told me that so many physicians sleep with nurses. They should know better. What are your thoughts? You know what? That's true. And, you know, they be sleeping with multiple nurses in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, make them be quiet about it. They can't talk about it, so they can't spill the beans on what's going on because, you know, a lot of times the workplace, you can't have relationships with people, so you got to keep it quiet. But he's sitting in there screwing probably half the nurses on the staff. A lot of time, like the pastors in the churches. Like the pastors in the churches. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what, Pam? I believe that. I believe that to be true. Lenny, hey, Lenny said a man knows in 3 days. And what you got, Lenny?
3 days what, Lenny?
He said a man knows if something's wrong with him in 3 days.
You know that.
I guess he's gonna be leaking or something. I don't know. Burn when he piss or something.
It sounded nasty, so nasty.
I mean, that's what it say it do. I don't know. Etienne said, my thing is if a man don't want or like to put on a condom, bounce on that fool. I agree with that, Tim. Yeah.
And that's a
If
man
you
thing.
telling them and then they add it like, no, it don't feel the same. It is well, oh well. I guess you ain't gonna feel nothing then. Peace. But no,
Yeah.
no,
Something to think about.
But you'd be surprised. This is like, when you have some of these corrupt officers, police officers,
Mm-hmm.
when they stopping women by themselves and they making sexual act shit to get out of tickets and stuff like that, you don't know what they out here passing around. They could know they see it.
That's
so
true.
This is like a wide range of things that can actually happen. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy though. And that's sexual assault in itself, because you forcing somebody to do something they don't want to do to get out of something. And I guess, certain people, I guess, feel like they trapped in a corner, especially depending on what the situation and the circumstances are. You know what I'm saying? And then they consent to it and then could end up sick or something. Officer carrying something that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying hypothetically, y'all, it can happen with anything, anybody. I'm just saying, I just be thinking ahead of myself, but Etienne said, shit, it feels good to me. They just need to stop putting on them magnums and get some skin condoms. Well, the skin condoms don't protect against nothing but pregnancy. It don't protect against no STDs, Etienne, in case you didn't know. The sheepskin. They don't protect against nothing. You better read the box. They feel natural, but guess what? If your ass, though they burning, you're going to be burning too when you take it off. That's fact. I read it, and I know somebody that happened to. It wasn't me, but I know somebody it happened to, because I never had nothing. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. But no, they no, not the sheepskin. Well, which ones you talk about? I see them all the time in the store. The what is it? Black with gold? It say skin or something, because it be over by all the feminine products. That's why I know y'all. But yeah, so which ones, Etienne? Because I know I've seen, because I read stuff when I'm in the store, I just be looking at stuff. Lifestyle, okay. But yeah, but them ones that say skin, if you look on there, it say does not protect against STDs or HIV. The only thing that protect against is pregnancy. That's it. And then you better think twice about that if it ain't protecting against nothing else. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that one, Etienne, but just watch yourself and be careful. That's all I'm saying. Because, look, everything is man-made, so everything can have a flaw. That's what I'm saying. He said they lifestyles, not the sheepskin. I stand corrected. But I was saying, if they only protect against pregnancy, I would be skeptical of that. If it can't protect you against any type of STD or, of course, HIV. So what's the point in using them if they don't protect against pregnancy? I'd be skeptical that they don't protect against that either. I'm just saying. But I don't know. It's just my opinion, y'all. That's all it is. Shelly, I texted you the back of the box. He sent you the back of the box.
Back of what box, huh?
The condom. The back of the box. He talked about the condom sheep ones that you use. Yeah, he sent you the back of the box.
Why? That's weird.
That's a question you got to ask Mr. Etienne. Lenny said, I was told as a kid to lick it before you stick it, because if on the way down it doesn't smell right, you can come up. But if you stick it, you done. Well, you licking it before you sticking it and something wrong with it, that means you're going to have a whole situation in your mouth. No. That's the crazy thing.
Is there a purpose behind this condom box?
Lick it before you stick it.
Huh?
Girl,
I'm a little confused, Ethan. You sending me condom boxes. I don't even know why though. Are you trying to tell me this is what you use?
he said, so you can see what I was saying about the protection of it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm glad he sent it to you.
I know, right? He sent it to me, right? Okay. It's
I
ultra
think it's
everything.
a message.
Right? It's got to be something.
Look,
It says
I think it's a
lifestyle
message in that.
All righty
You heard me? I
then.
think it's a message in that.
Yes, I would strongly agree with
Oh,
that.
scary, y'all. I'm so sorry. Y'all know I have slept 2 hours and
Thank you
40
for the
and over
FYI.
48 hours. I'm so sleepy, y'all.
You
He
ate
said
like
it's latex. Well, ETA, you know, a lot of women and men are allergic to latex. So if you're allergic to latex, what you gonna use?
that part.
This is like when my cousin was in the hospital, rest of her soul, she was blistering up everywhere. Come to find out, she was allergic to the latex glove they were using. That's why they use those nitrate gloves now. You notice, because you know work at the hospital, so you notice a lot of times they use the nitrate gloves with the powder and stuff. And because so many people are allergic to latex, my sister is allergic to latex, and she put latex on her whole face. Everything just swell up on her. She can't touch it at all. So what do you do then? Go to the doctor, make sure you're clean.
Put on aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil, you're going to cut somebody's whole coochie up.
Some aluminum
They're
foil
going to be in the hospital with stitches in the shoulder. Look, put a trash bag on it. That's plastic. Etienne said it's a different kind of latex. I had an ex that had reactions from all other condoms, but this one didn't do that to her. Okay. Lenny said, my girlfriend and I had full exams before we had sex. I think everybody should, Lenny. If you think about being in a relationship with somebody, I think you should, especially in this time. Now you can sneeze on somebody and kill them. So, you know what I'm saying? You better go to the doctor.
A small sneeze, too.
I'm saying. What? Oh, Lord. And then everybody swear they got COVID.
I'm trying.
But yeah, so, you know, just protect yourself. That's all I'm saying. Again, I can't say enough. Don't take somebody's word for just saying that they are okay. If you plan on being with that person, y'all get ready to be intimate. Even if you go to the health department, your local health department, go to your health department and don't do nothing until both of y'all get your results back. You can go there together and get your test done.
For free.
Yeah, and ain't nothing like good sex, and especially if it's safe sex. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not worried, you don't have to worry about that part of it. Then the sex could be great. But if you had got in the back of your mind, I'm sleeping with somebody, oh God, I hope everything okay. I hope ain't gonna get you nothing. You better make sure everything is okay.
You sitting there like, I hope he didn't just give me something when he touched me.
Yeah. Sitting there panicked and worrying and all. I just keep it to my little self first. I'm just saying. But I don't know. What else you got to say on this topic?
Protect yourself. The song. I gotta protect yourself.
For real.
I touch on too much because I just think you grown. Be responsible for what you do.
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, you gotta be responsible.
That's the bottom line right there. You said it in
your own action.
Be responsible.
Yeah. That part.
I'm just gonna find me somebody, me a husband. But before we do all that, we gotta go to the doctor and stuff so we can be fucking like rabbits and don't even have to worry about it.
Good rabbits too. Just the energy rabbits.
Rabbits all over the place, everywhere.
Energy count where you can just be like, yes, give me life.
And shit, to keep it a band, like I was saying earlier, you got to be skeptical of some of the people you in relationships with. You better go to the doctor with their ass, because you don't know what they're doing away from you. Okay.
I mean, but you think about it like this, really and truly, you can have somebody, they can show you their results. You cannot stop people from doing nothing they gonna do. You would just have to hope that the person that you give themselves enough and respects you enough to not bring nothing to you. Period.
You are absolutely correct. I agree with you on something. You're right. Hey, Orlando. Pamela said, hopefully social distancing has made people wake up. Nope. I don't think so, Pam. You see people still doing some of the same stuff that that was going on before we had to quarantine. So it just depends again on how much you care about yourself and the people that you're around and the people that you're exposed to. You know what I'm saying? So, because a lot of times, like in Atlanta, shit, people still acting like ain't no pandemic or ain't COVID.
Right.
Everywhere be packed. Everywhere be packed. And a lot of times when you passing by, you see these people going in the parking lots for it. Nobody got no mask on or nothing. They just acting like it's all good. No, thank you.
Well, they might have got a little grip on that. I don't know. I know it cut out a whole lot of sex for a whole lot of people. COVID did. People weren't able to just go breathing on people like that.
Supposed to have.
But it did, though. When it first hit the airways, I don't say older people, but we was around a good age, say 35 and up. They was trying to be a little bit responsible. They weren't running as much. Now the young kids, a little bit.
It was the young people. The young people were saying, even when it was spring break and all that stuff, they was like, well, if we're gonna die, at least I want to die having fun. And they went to Florida, they went to Texas, they was doing it. And guess what? It turned into a damn super spreader situation.
Right. I'm gonna give it a little,
just like all these people that was protesting and stuff like that. Black Lives Matter. The majority of the people had on their masks out there protesting. All these other rallies for the politicians, there ain't nobody had no mask on, spreading shit and all this kind of stuff. Like, it's just, if you're not gonna think about yourself, at least think about other people. You know what I'm saying? Think about other people. Don't be selfish.
Other people's stuff. Yeah.
Especially when you have, elderly people that you have to be around. You have little small kids, and you just got to be thoughtful and be mindful of other people, because every time I keep a mask in my coat pocket, my purse, several in my car, because I hate to get out the car and be like, damn, I got to go back and get my mask. But I always got one on somewhere.
Yeah.
But
it's funny. It's like habit now. You can't even stop it. When you move now, it's like you just know. It's like a part of your wardrobe. It's weird.
Yeah, girl. I'm just like, I'm just ready for them to get this under control so we can live and we can go and travel like we plan on doing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lifestyle change. What you say?
I say, because Lord knows I need the island about now.
Y'all, she want to turn a little darker.
I'm just trying to I'm be as dark as Vaughn when we get back, y'all. Watch. I'm gonna be bronzed the hell up.
I'm caramel, honey. And when I came back from Jamaica that time, she opened the door, didn't know who I was. I was a whole different person. That damn son cooked me like chicken. You remember that?
Yeah, but
and when you opened the door, you was like, you didn't know who I was. I was so dark.
You was dark. I was like, Vaughn, you are so dark. You was dark.
And I look weird because my eyes on you, so light. I about look scary to me.
It's like when you don't see it. It's like when I get dark, I look different. And people be like, you look a little bit odd, but because it's another color that you ain't never seen me in.
Mm-hmm. Etienne said, I hope you ladies have a great night. We hope you have a great night as well, Etienne. But yeah, y'all, so I just wanted to raise that topic because I was just thinking about things and people that have been in my life and some of the stuff that they've had to encounter because somebody lied to them. And it just, I was just like, you know what, we should talk about that because it happens more than not with a lot of young people too, because they still like having casual sex like it's all good. A lot of these young people running around here, like you said, with herpes and know it and still fucking like ain't no more tomorrow.
Right.
Because they, they might have one outbreak, they ain't had another one. But just think if you do have an outbreak and then you with somebody, there you go, you're gonna pass that on to them. If you got an open sore anywhere, you could transmit it. So you just gotta be careful, and you can't be out here just doing any and everything and any or everybody. So
shit is real, y'all. You gotta keep it real.
But shit don't take one person. That's it.
Literally,
and that could be a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. You just have to be like whoever somebody said on here, you go to the doctor. And if you decide to be serious, go to the doctor together. Health department is free.
Right.
Go down there, get your test done. Wait for a week or something like that. Get all your test results back. But I don't think I don't like about if you have to go to the health department, they'll tell you no news is good news. If you don't hear from us, that's good news.
Oh, good news.
Why y'all gonna have somebody sitting there waiting? Like, yeah.
Speaking of results, I got results today that I need to open like right now. I'm dreading opening this envelope. This ain't STDs. These damn blood counts from Emory, man. These shit drive me nuts. I hate getting these envelopes.
I gotta go get that done too. I'm so far behind on getting it done.
Yeah.
But I've been feeling pretty good.
I feel pretty shitty. I do.
I mean, I've been real tired because my iron drops a lot sometimes. But since about a year ago, since I had the infusions and stuff, I've been feeling fairly good. I'm not tired like I was before all of that. It just said left my ass off, and then they called back 5 weeks later while you think you're in the clear. Let me tell you something. They called me one time. Huh?
No, I was saying I know the Etion. I can't get this thing to stand.
Girl, when she called, she pissed me off so bad because she asked if it was me. I was like, yeah. She said, well, we such and such. My whole heart just fell, like just a bloop. I couldn't keep breathing nothing. And she was like, oh, something happened where the test was. Something happened with the test that they had in the office or whatever. I said, well, why didn't you say that when you first called? If you calling people like this, you're going to have people a nervous damn wreck. Don't do that no more.
Exactly.
Girl, she scared me so bad. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I told that girl about herself. She made me so mad. You don't do that. Especially when you don't went and you don't got for everything. Yeah, and then they say, don't worry about it if we don't call. And then you get that call within them 7 days or 2 weeks or whenever it was. And I could have went down there and choked the shit out of her. For real. She had me so mad.
Well, I tell you though.
But, yeah, y'all. Huh?
When you sit down in the seat, when you take that HIV test, and you sitting down in that seat and they be like, they'll get back to you in them 7 days. It'll be the longest 7 days in the world. They be like, Lord, please don't let nobody in my life that I ever touched.
And then they put that damn needle in your arm. You be sitting there, but like, well, and then they be all cheery. All right, well, no news is good news, huh? What you talking about?
7 days. 7 days seem like forever.
It does. It's like a lifetime. You be walking like you could be sick. That's stress. That's stress for your age.
That's stress. It's very stressful. That test is stressful, y'all. But I done got
it is stressful. It is.
Like, taking it today. They taking so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, girl, they done took so much blood from me and checked for so much stuff. I believe like, they tell me we don't need your blood. We got enough of your blood to last you a lifetime just to check it every round. I be telling I ain't got no blood as it is, and y'all taking it like a damn vampire. It just said, man, I'm trying to tell you, Lord, I'm telling you, that's a scary 2 weeks. It is. Yeah. And you just be like, and then every time the phone ring, your stomach just be like bloop. It's like bubbling like
or a doctor's office come across your screen. You be like, Lord, please let this be the best news of the world.
It'd be like you just get bubble guts. every time the phone ring, because you be like, oh my God.
I really wanna know
Etienne said this is the first time I've ever did the holy dance in church. Yeah,
Okay.
it make you. I'm trying to say, because everybody done slipped up and now and then, you know what I'm saying? Got caught up in the moment, and then you be sitting there worried. But I go, if I do that, I'm going straight to the doctor.
Well,
I'm
Bonnie, we have
waiting.
came up this hour.
Let me go to the doctor and see if everything is okay. Because first, you just don't know. I'm just very, very skeptical of people. Because like I said, people will tell a lie, just to get what they want. People tell you right, Rose, that tell you what you want to hear and sell you the best story, like it's gonna be on the New York Times bestseller list, and be just as full of shit as a Christmas turkey. So don't believe the hype of what people tell you.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Well, y'all, it's
Take
been a
care of
great show.
yourself.
We have came upon this.
It's been an hour, y'all.
It's 9 o'clock hour. I'm so sleepy that I
Y'all
have
go
to
to our page. I reposted the links to our merchandise. So y'all go in there, buy a shirt, buy a cup, buy a hat, buy socks, do something. We need y'all to support us. And we surely, surely, surely appreciate all of y'all and all the love that y'all show us. We truly do. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get off this podcast. Y'all have a great and safe weekend. We will see you guys on Monday. This is Shelly Live and V Love Bird, loving life and loving what we do. Peace out. Thank you, Orlando.
You're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go.
He bought his
no
already.
fake love me, only want the real deal. Don't want no fake love me, only want the real deal. Don't want no fake love me, only want the real deal.
Shelly Live
Want no fake love
and
me,
V
only
Love
want the
Bird.
real deal.
Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets.
Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
It's Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
Shelly Live and V Love.
Good night.